start with a roll call.
Riccio, Brian Kenny, John Fredman,
Ralph Rocky,
Sean Hennessy,
Carmen Guarino,
and Devlin Tagliavero, Jessica Delarusso.
Now we'll have NEWNC Vice President Ryan Kenny read our protocol.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. All right.
Yeah, I'll read it out for Ryan there. The meeting will be conducted according to parliamentary rules. The President will have the final word on the conduct of the meeting and will cast the vote only in the event the rest of the council reaches a tie. The President will recognize the speaker to make their presentation or statement, and then he will permit the council to ask questions. He will then open the floor to questions from the audience, and each audience member should introduce themselves by name and street address. No person will speak until they have been recognized by the President. All speakers will be confined to time limits. Voting will be done by ballot. The results of all votes will be announced at the end of the meeting.
Thank you. Just want to give a quick reminder to everybody that our 30th anniversary party is November 6th, Friday evening, from 6 to 8 p.m. at Flevo Ristorante. We have some invitations in case you want to hand them out to any NEWNC fans that you might run across. And then we'll start with the committee reports. Brian Kenny, Treasurer, Parking and Traffic.
I've been in touch with the Boston Transportation Department. We're hoping to have the new commissioner here at the December meeting to discuss parking and traffic issues in the north end. I think timing-wise that'll be good. Hopefully we won't have any snow by then, but it'll be good to just get the city's plan of action for snow removal and those sorts of things.
Okay, thanks, Ryan. I also, before I forget, we're being videotaped by NorthendWaterfront.com at Conti, and Phil Oliver is also here from the bi-weekly meeting. Now, for the Public Safety Committee report, Sean Hennessy.
Last month there was a break-in. There's only been one in September, happened on Unity Street. There was one in car theft. Honda was taken on Clark Street. And then it jumped in larcenies. Prescription drugs were taken, a couple of UPS packages were stolen, a bike, Yoga clients stolen from clients. Prince Street has the dresses stolen. So they had 10 in September. But they've identified a suspect in the UPS packages, and they think it's the same guy who's responsible for a number of the larcenies from the cars. They think prescription drugs, the addiction of that was the cause there. So 4 larcenies from motor vehicles, 10 larcenies from homes, 1 car theft, and 1 break into a residence.
Okay, when's the next meeting?
November 5th.
6 o'clock. And John Fredman with an update on Greenway.
Yep, thank you. So the board meeting is tomorrow night at 5:30 at the it's actually Mascot, but in front of the building. It's 185 Nealon. That's at 5:30. You may have noticed the ribbon cutting ceremony for the North End Parks today. There's new swings and other plantings and everything else. You can check that out. The Janet Eckelman sculpture is coming down at the end of this month, 10/24. So if you haven't seen that, be sure to check that out. And then Friday there's a block party that's organized, and all of this information and other ongoing events can be found at rosekennedygreenway.org.
Okay, thanks, John. Now for the reports from the offices of local elected officials. We'll start with Marie Lander from Mayor Walsh's office.
Hi, everybody. So a couple of things. The public meeting regarding the Lewis Wharf development will be tomorrow night at the Mazzaro Center, starting at 7. It'll be upstairs.
Wednesday night.
Wednesday, sorry. My days mixed up. Wednesday, October 7th at 7 o'clock upstairs in the gym. And so if you would like to weigh in on the proposed development at Lewis Wharf, please come. And also, if you want to send in your comments, the comment period closes October 15th. Also coming this week, on Thursday, October 8th, the Go Boston 2030 pop-up team will be on Hanover Street at the Cross and Hanover intersection. You can kind of display your ideas on what you think transportation should be like for the next 15 years. It's part of a Go Boston 2030 initiative, seeing how you would like to see the city's transportation system take off. So definitely stop by and you can stick your ideas on a corkboard like this. Definitely check them out. The Parks Department is also having a pumpkin carving contest on Boston Common, October 17th from 5:30 to 7:30. There will be local business teams, organizations, and colleges invited to submit a pumpkin to display at the annual Fall Pumpkin Float Festival. And also, the City of Boston Elections Department is seeking individuals to serve as election officers at the polls for all upcoming elections. Applicants must be registered voters in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. Help is needed for all positions and locations throughout the city. These are paid positions and training will be provided. Bilingual applicants are needed, and there are opportunities for part-time hours on election day only. For more information, contact the City of Boston Elections Department at cityofboston.gov/elections. And that's it.
Maria, we received a letter from the Massachusetts Historical Commission about the George Washington Street Bridge. Do you know what's going on with that? I guess they're advocating that the bridge should be kept because it was the widest swing span in the world at the time of completion in 1899. It was one of only 2 remaining multiple barrel swing bridges in Boston.
The Charlestown Bridge?
Yeah.
No, but I'll look into it, thanks.
Thank you. Maria Popolo from Senator Benjamin's office.
Hi, everybody. I have no new announcements on the senator's behalf. I have kind of a personal announcement, though. The North End Columbus Day Committee is hosting their cocktail reception this Friday. That's Friday, October 9th at the living room. Starts at 6:30 and hors d'oeuvres will be served. It is $45 ahead of time, $50 at the door, and we would love for you to come out and support us. We of course have our parade this Sunday, so if you aren't able to join us on Friday, please come out on Sunday. Thank you.
Thank you. And
Where do you get the check before? Who do you get?
Oh, I'm sorry. If you'd like to purchase tickets, we'll talk after, but the email address is necolumbuscommittee@gmail.com. And you can feel free to email us there and we can reserve the tickets for you in advance and set you up with like the PayPal and how to handle a payment ahead of time. Unless you would prefer to hand a check, in which case I can facilitate how that can be dropped off for you. Just let me know. Thank you.
And it would be great if I can just add to go to the Columbus Day Committee. I was the former chairman for many years, and now it's just a member and help out with the committee. It seemed like for many years it was kind of slowing down the parade and the banquet, and we really jump-started it, especially when I became chairman back in '97, and they've been doing a great job. But we hate to see it die down, especially the banquet. We used to go to Tetchy's and have a great gala, sit-down dinner. There was 250 people, and over the last couple of years now, especially since Tetchy's is closed, you lose that ballroom. I know we have Filippo's, but I think we're trying to go with the living room, a newer theme, get more of the families involved, more young couples, young kids out there, and out there and to enjoy it. So it'd be nice if pass it on to your friends and family, newer folks in the neighborhood that can come out and support it. It's great, but hate to lose the parade and the banquet. It's been great.
I understand the Friends of Christopher Columbus is being awarded this year.
They are.
Yeah,
They are.
we appreciate it.
What was that email address again, Maria?
It's necolumbuscommittee, all one word, @gmail.com. But again, if anybody offhand after this meeting decides they want to buy tickets or reserve tickets, just let me know and I'll be sure to put you on our list.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll let you know now.
Noted.
All right, last but not least, Kathy Carangelo from Council on the King's Office.
Maria's been covering all my news lately. So good.
Okay, thank you. And just while he's here, I told him he could give some information to us. Dan Toscano's going to tell us about North End Youth Hockey.
Thank you, Phil, everybody here. So this is our 4th year at the North End Youth Hockey Program, and once again, we talk about programs that we had a thriving program back in the neighborhood when we were kids. We had a great hockey program for years. We didn't have any program, so 4 years ago we started the North End Introduction Hockey Program. Started out with 12 kids. We're up to about 36 kids now. It's a 15-week program teaching kids it's not a learn to skate. It teaches kids the fundamentals of ice hockey. 15-week program. It's great, strengthening their skating, backwards, forwards, sideways, stick handling, shooting. So we're starting up November 7th again. Goes for 15 weeks, and we also last year we started scrimmaging against the Charlestown Youth Hockey, and our kids did great for the 15 games that we played them, and we plan to do the same this year, and hopefully over the next couple of years, really develop our North End parking not only to the introduction program, but really into a full thriving program again, and hopefully we can do that. We have the kids, and we're having a lot of fun, so we're starting up again on November 7th. You know, Filippo's restaurant hosted our banquet. We had a great banquet. The kids got trophies, shirt, hockey sticks. 6 Bruins players came to the banquet. I mean, it was just a tremendous treat, and we look forward to doing it again this year.
All right, so now we'll start with our agenda, beginning with Jordan Smith from the Mayor's Office of Food Initiatives.
Hi everyone, I'm Jordan. I'm from the Mayor's Office of Food Initiatives, but I also live in the North End. Last year I was on Endicott, and now I'm over on Hanover. So I'm excited to talk about this project, but also meet some people in the neighborhood. So some of you probably know we installed 2 community compost collectors last year, one in East Boston by Maverick and one right behind the Nazaro Center by the basketball courts. And originally it was just a pilot project, so we thought it would run through November, but we saw such success that we continued it throughout the winter. Just in the past 17 weeks alone, we've collected over 8,000 pounds of waste. So that's around 490 pounds of waste diverted per week, which is great, just at this location. And based on the success of that, we're actually expanding this project into Dorchester, Brighton, and JP later this week. And I know the lock didn't hold up super well throughout the winter. We've had some problems with that. But if these new bins are successful in these 3 new neighborhoods, we're hoping to replace the 2 bins here. So I just came tonight to talk about this project, let you know it's still going on. I think the 2 bins outside right now, the locks are broken, but fortunately they're broken in such a way that the bins are permanently open. And we thought contamination might be a problem, or people might be throwing in coffee cups or other things that aren't able to be composted. But we haven't seen that so far, which is really great. So yeah, I just wanted to let everyone know the project is still ongoing. And I brought some compostable bags today. If anyone in this room is interested in the project, you can just throw your kitchen scraps in here, and then at the end of the week, just drop this bag into the container outside, and you're good to go.
And where can people get those bags?
Yeah, so I brought enough tonight for everyone to have 2 or 3, and then after that you can order them online. You can find them at hardware stores. I'll have to check if they're at the hardware store in Salem, but they're pretty easy to find.
Okay. And are there any efforts to incorporate the restaurants in the neighborhood in this kind of program? Obviously they have a lot of good waste.
Yeah, so right now the 2 bins can't really accommodate all of the restaurants. That would be a lot of waste, but the city is looking into other options. Because of the new solid waste ban, or organic food waste ban, I should say, where restaurants can't dispose of more than a ton of solid waste per week. The city is looking into options to helping these restaurants meet those requirements.
And you said at the end of the week we can dispose of this waste. Is there a way we can go during the week?
Yeah, you can actually go,
Okay,
it's
so not-
24/7. I just meant
Right.
you can keep this in your kitchen and collect scraps throughout the week.
Oh, okay.
And
So
whatever is
every day-
convenient for you.
Very good.
Any other questions from the council?
Has there been any increase or complaints about rodent activity?
So that's something we were kind of anticipating when we installed these bins. We've seen nothing like that. And these new bins that we just bought for the Dorchester, Brighton, and JP locations are really secure. They're metal rather than wood. So we anticipate we'll see even less than we have seen so far.
Great. Thank you very much for coming.
I'll pass these. You want to take one?